Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So today I wanted to take a quick look at the Star Fox 2 manual. So this is pretty neat that they put this up. It's on the Japanese website, and I'll put a link in the description so you can go peep this out. But essentially, this is going to be the digital manual that's included with Star Fox 2 on the SNES Classic, and it should work just like the NES Classic did. You'd have these little QR codes contained within the system, and you can scan those and get access to the digital manual. It's better than no manual. I prefer having legitimate manuals, physical ones, but hey, you can't really complain. They're all digital games on the system anyway, but I think this is pretty neat that we get early access to take a look at this. There's a lot of cool stuff that's contained within this digital manual. All your typical stuff. We got our story here. We've lost every outpost. The way things are going, we may struggle to hold Corneria. Get me, Star Fox. The galaxy needs their help. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to have to read all that. But that's pretty cool that you get a little bit of the story. Then you can go forward through this manual and get a lot of other cool stuff that's typically included in manuals of, back in the 90s and whatnot. Here we got all our characters: Fox, Falco, Peppy, Slippy, Miyu, and Faye. A couple new ones that were added to that game. And then down at the bottom, we do have our Star Wolf crew: Wolf O'Donnell, Leon Pawalski, Pigma Dengar, and Algie. I don't know. But he's rumored to be the most devious creature in the cosmos. He exploits the weaknesses of his targets with merciless precision. What? I don't know about that guy. Can't wait to whoop him. But right here you see Peppy. He's got a little exclamation thing going on. You click it. Boom. Hints to help you find hidden metals can be found within this manual. So there's some little tips and tricks, I guess, that are hidden. That, it's kind of neat that they did that. And then when you get down on some of these pages, there's some little bonus things, like right here behind the scenes. The artwork is brand new. So they have a couple pieces of artwork that you can download and use them on your iPhone or Android phone, whatever. It's like a wallpaper. I think it's pretty neat. I might grab one of these. But throughout this manual, you do have some little hidden things, so I thought that was cool. Here we got our controls: flight mode, walker mode. Really, really neat, Appreciate having some idea of how the controls work, I guess you would say. But really, I think the thing that's cool is there's some concept art hidden within here. So playing the game, mission, pilot selection, you can select, all the different characters, prototype R-Wing. It's pretty cool. I like how this manual's animated a little bit. You wouldn't get that with a physical released manual, obviously, unless there was some kind of hologram type action going on in there. But I still think that's kind of cool. Armored R-Wing, what? Light R-Wing. Pilots, Miyu and Faye. What's up? Now we have some more behind the scenes. There's a little video that plays down here. Talks about the all-range mode. So that's cool. Going forward, map select. Pretty much all the information you'd want to learn how to play the game is contained in here. And then right here, behind the scenes, development documents from back in the day. We're going to take a quick look at that in a moment, but let's get to the final page. Minimap and radar explains what all the icons mean. Game over, your score. Wow, there's a lot to the score. Basic score: carriers destroyed, planets rescued, time score, Canaria damaged, partner continued, not used. That's kind of neat. A lot of little things that could add to your score. Different ranks. And then here's some of the bonus documentation that I think is pretty neat. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that now. So here, it's amazing. Nintendo's not typically a company known to release concept art. It's very rare. It exists. You've seen some concept art out there for some of their games, but it's pretty rare. They don't release this kind of stuff too often. And yes, it's a Japanese developed game for this version, it appears, or at least heavily planned within Japan. So a lot of the writing and whatnot's going to be in Japanese and some of this concept art. but I still think it's pretty cool. All the detail they put into this for a game that was going to be no way possible to contain this level of detail. But that is pretty awesome stuff. Just looking through it. A-type. Different components. B-type. Our little landwalker mode. I like how they broke it down, and really a lot of detail in this. Really cool stuff that you don't typically see from Nintendo, like I said, but this stuff is really cool. It took a while for this PDF to load up for some reason, maybe because it's coming straight from Japan, the servers in Japan, but I still thought it's pretty cool to look through here. And then some artwork for the bad guys. Thought that was pretty funny. Pretty neat stuff. And then the big one, this one looks like the kind of pre-planning for some of the manual maybe, or maybe just some design documents on how things would work. I can't read Japanese, so I couldn't really tell you exactly what this is unless we went back and looked, but just, they're design documents, which is what they were listed as, but it looks like they could have used some of this for the manual as well that they might have been planning, but you see we got that date here. What is that? June 19th, 95. Little flow chart of how things would work. Looks like some, how the controller was going to be planned out. Some more on the controller. Some more on the controller. What? I really wish I could read all this. Somebody will probably translate all this. A bunch of the little icons and I guess descriptions of them. That's why some of this makes me believe part of it could have been for the manual as well. But it does look like quite a bit of design elements they were using to plan things out. Easy is crossed out. No, this is normal. I really like this. And you see, this is all, drawn on paper, and this is all scanned in. So it's like you have graph paper almost where they drew all this. I'm not deep into design documents for video games, but this looks pretty cool. I'm sure, we're, a lot of companies nowadays, everything's going to be digital. So hand-drawn elements on paper with what looks to be pencil and pen, that's not typically what's used anymore. Hard crossed out. This is expert. They had a little sticky note covering. Looks like they probably changed something up right there. Love how, little Nintendo logo at the bottom. This is something really cool. If you could have, if Nintendo auctioned the actual originals off, that would be something I know a collector would pay top dollar for, to have these documents framed and displayed. I love this right here. I remember back in the day as a youngster doing stuff like this, drawing little pictures of video game things or little swords and weapons. So this kind of brings me back to the day when, I'd just be sitting in class in school and doodling out little icons and stuff for games. But I thought this was pretty neat, and I thought I would share this with you guys. It's cool that Nintendo put this up. I'm very excited for the SNES Mini. I know there's a lot of naysayers out there, but hey, I can't wait to get my hands on one. Can't wait to play Star Fox 2, even though, we've had access to, like a prototype ROM for a long time. From what we understand, that's not the full, complete game, and what we are getting is going to be the final version of the game. So I really can't wait to play it, and I know it's not going to hold up to the first Star Fox, but it's just going to be cool to see what could have been back in the day that ultimately, the elements from this game helped shape Star Fox 64 and, future games as well. So I think that was pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and link all this in the description for you guys so you could peep this out yourselves if you so choose. Download some of the artwork, whatever you want. I think it's really awesome stuff. But hey, Smash that like button if you could. Really would appreciate that. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And guess what? I will catch you guys next time. Boom!